We've got Maia Bouchier at the top table. Same rules apply. Who'd like to go first? Thanks, Val.
Well played. In terms of the match, was that the performance that you guys really wanted to put out there today?
Yeah, definitely. I think we knew it was going to be a game that we could like really take advantage of, and putting in a really good performance ahead of the upcoming games. I think we needed to make sure it was a really strong one, and thinking about that net run rate as well, which came into it. So.
Yeah, sure. When did you get the message about that, and what was going through your mind at that point?
Probably about the 6th or 7th over. We spoke about it before, and one of the girls came on and told us. We just want to get it done as quick as possible.
And then runs for yourself. Just talk us through that. Is it a bit of a relief, or was it something you felt was coming and just needed time to get it together? Just talk us through your own innings and how that came together.
Yeah, I think I've been working a lot in the nets about just watching and reacting to the ball, and my processes in the last year or so. I've worked really hard on just watching and making sure that I've been really still at the crease. I think that was the pitch for it. I think these pitches have worked out quite well for my game, and today just really dominant performance from both of us, Danny and I, and also the bowlers. They showed off their class.
Hi, congratulations on the win. Your next game is in Dubai, where I think you guys have not really played so far. How are you planning in terms of getting a grasp of the conditions there in that ground? Because from what we are hearing, there is a slight bit of difference between the two venues. How's England planning to sort of quickly get there, and it's not one of the inconsequential games, so to speak.
Yeah, I think for us it's really important that we make sure we're doing we're watching other games and seeing what's happening, and taking that into what we're doing in our training, and trying to practice in the way that we think the conditions will play, and when we get to the Dubai International Stadium, it will be important for us to adapt quickly, and if we aren't thinking something is working, we're really quick onto to changing that, and communicating between the whole team. That's really important for us. I think obviously we haven't played there yet, so it will be a challenge. But we're looking to make sure we overcome that challenge. Hi. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So what I wanted to ask you about was Danny as well, because that partnership's looked really good in terms of just batting. You all have had that solidity throughout your group stage. Can you just take us through how you all plan, maybe just as a batting order? How do those discussions look like when you all come out to bat? Just how you figure out your innings? Because you said today net run rate came into being, but you've had a decent run with the bat all through. So just take us through that batting group and how plans are made for each game.
Yeah, I think what we talk about as a top order is taking on that power play and really looking to push ourselves in those first six, and then going into this game, I think what we've talked about previously is going to our strengths and like backing ourselves to actually put pressure on the bowlers. That's the main thing for us is we want to put pressure on the bowlers, and if we do that from the start, it always gives us an advantage. So as a batting group, we've really worked on how we do that, hows of putting the pressure on, and I think both Danny and I, we played that to our strengths. We used that straight away from the start and put them off from the start. So.
And just about Danny himself, is there anything that you think you're maybe lobbing off from her, because she's been around for quite a while, and we've seen her career ebb and flow as well with the bat and the kind of places she's had in that lineup. So in terms of what she brings to the table in that batting group, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, she's an absolutely class player. I've batted with her a lot, and she's just getting better and better. She's learning and adapting, same as a lot of the young players are. The more experienced players are getting even better, and it's so exciting. And it's amazing to bat with someone like her because she's constantly looking to improve, and you want to see that as a young player going into a team. And I think she's just superb at the top of the order. She puts pressure on the bowlers from the start with the running as well. And obviously I feel like we run really well together, and there's that communication between us. And for her to just keep getting better and better, and scoring 50s and making it look easy.
Yeah. And just last one from me. I know we're maybe a week away from the end of the tournament, and now is probably not the time to ask you how you adapted to the heat. But what's that looked like for you? Because you guys have been here. You've had a couple of day games as well. Just how has that evolved, the way you've adapted to conditions or adapted to the slowness of the pitch, or just how the heat is like an additional player playing there, sort of blowing hot air in your faces? What has that been like?
I think, Danny said it was one of the last game, it was one of the hardest games she's played, and I completely agree. Today was very difficult, and I think we didn't really talk about the heat much. We wanted to be really clear on what our processes were, and I think that's been really important, is our mindset. We've done a lot of physical fitness going into this tournament and spent 2 weeks in Abu Dhabi, and we've worked really hard on our physicality and fitness going into this competition, and not letting that affect our mindset and attitude. And I think we've just shown as a team, we're there, we're super fit, and we're showing that we can put on performances and challenge other teams, and that's coming through the tournament. So it's really exciting.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, Maia. Lauren came in for Lindsay today and bowled really, really well. Could you just explain what the kind of decision process was to flip to a seamer over a spinner?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh, okay.
So I can't tell you. Sorry.
And then in terms of, it might be the same here. Do you know if Capsey's meant to be fit for Tuesday? How has she been in the last week?
Yeah, I think she's feeling better, and hopefully. She comes into the next game. Obviously, that depends on selection. So, and Dunk's coming in. Obviously, didn't get that chance, but I think whoever comes into the team will be putting on a performance.
And then finally, in terms of you guys mentioned net run rate came on to you guys today, over 6 or 7. Were you guys aware at all that you were in this kind of potentially weird position where you guys have done everything right, you're going to be 3 from 3, but have this kind of weird quarter-final against the West Indies potentially coming up, and had that been a discussion within the group at all?
No, we really haven't talked about what could happen. We've talked a lot about what's in the present, and focusing on each game, and no matter what comes up, we'll be focusing on what's happening then. And I think we could think about who we're going to play and what's going to happen, but I think that's going against our thought processes, and going into the next, whatever it could be, whoever we play, we're just looking to play on the day.
And sorry, one more. In terms of Lauren, she's obviously worked on loads of new, slower balls. What's it been like to see her change over the last however many months as a batter, kind of facing her in the nets?
Yeah, it's been actually really good to see. We've seen so many improvements from her. She's worked really hard on, her outswing as well. Changing her action completely, really. And she's put a lot of time and effort, and spoken with Louis and Mace about what she can do to be better, and she's actually taken that on herself, which has been really cool to see. And working on all these variations, which are really key in these conditions, I think is so important that she's doing it, and lots of the other girls are doing it as well. But she's put on a really good performance today. So.
Thank you very much.